Hey, what's going on, y'all? My name's Devin, and I'm Dre, and this is the Dev and Dre Sneakercast. Y'all, how y'all doing? It's the Dev and Dre Show, and today we got a special show for y'all, and we also have some special guests. To my left is my man's,
My name is Black.
and then to my right is my man's,
Kev got kicks.
and then the producer that's behind the lens. You know, he finally stepped away from the lens, and you are,
Rod, what's going on, y'all?
and you already know.
I'm Dev.
And then to my far right is my man's.
I'm Harrison, HBZ.
All right, cool. So today we're going to talk about a spicy subject that's really hot in the game right now. I really wasn't hip that there were a community that rather purchases reps over the authentic shoe. My man's Black put me on to some education, and also so did my other man's Walt. So today that's what we're going to talk about. It's going to be an open forum, and we're going to have a little story to that too. So y'all can just tune in and sit back and enjoy yourselves. So who would like to go first on this topic?
Let's hear about the story on how this topic came up.
All right, so the topic came up at work, and the topic only came up because we have the two participants in this story. I'm gonna let them tell their truth, because on this show we let people speak their truth. So however y'all want to start the story off, we can go with that.
Who's the seller?
Black.
I want to hear from you first.
Okay. So, there was one day, my boy HB, stopped me and was like, yo, I'm trying to get a pair of shoes. I know you have access to them. Can you get them? I told him yes. I explained to him, the process. I told him that these are basically shoes that you don't go to resell. They might have some flaws. They might be exactly on point. Who knows? But I'm not going to overcharge you. Matter of fact, I'm going to front the money, and you give me the money when I get the shoe. So,
can you tell him say the defects? Let's be clear. Say the defects that you told him, because it's going to come back later.
So some of the defects that you could get when ordering a shoe or purchasing a shoe like this is some of the stitching can be off. The logo could be a little bit off. Usually it's closely resemblance of the authentics, but anybody who knows the shoe and knows the sneaker game will be able to point out what's wrong with it. Glue could be out of place, coloring a little bit off, whatever. HB was aware of that from my description, and he was like, all right, cool. So I put in the order. Several weeks later, the shoe came in. I brought in the shoe for him to observe. Other people in the office also observed the shoe, and then we concluded the transaction. Again, I didn't make a dime off of it. What I paid for the shoe is what I charged him, so I didn't make any money. I made sure I wasn't. I told him I wasn't out here to like swindle him or kind of put him on blast or whatever. This is something that I myself do every now and then. So after we concluded the transaction, a couple days later we had a discussion about the shoe, which we can then let other people or HB chime in on that.
So like what he said, I bought the shoe. He told me all the flaws that it could be. When the shoe got there, a couple of people pointed out defects. I still bought the shoe. I looked at it. I said, "Cool, I like them. I'll get them." Am I dissatisfied with the product or anything? No. Hey, they're reps. I bought them. Hey, it's me.
And that's your story. You sticking to it.
I'm sticking to it. I bought them.
One question: why did you buy them?
I like them.
Okay, but what deter you from going and getting the actual pair and not the rep?
They're hard to find in my size.
What size you wear?
I'm a 9.
And so he got that
Yeah,
that
I mean
small
that-
foot size
Okay.
where it's gonna break your pockets for even the
And
slightest shoe.
I'm very new to it, so like I'm just now getting into the game.
Okay.
So that's a good point that he brought up. You
That
can't
is-
really
that is.
blame someone when they're new
When
to
they're new
it,
to the game,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, you gotta own that. You feel me?
I got it.
So like he said, you can't be walking up in round 2 Legends or Dead Stock DMV trying to be
Oh,
like,
nah.
yo.
But Dre, we can't hold that to him because he's new.
No, I understand, but we just letting him know that he can't do that because they're gonna look at him like he's crazy. You feel me? So it's like,
So with the understanding that your shoes are reps,
Yeah.
some of these people in this world are cutthroat.
Oh yeah.
You'll walk in the mall and they'll call you out. How are you going to react to that?
I mean, I'm gonna have to own up to it. I mean, say one of y'all.
Don't do that. If somebody walks up to you and be like, "You got on reps," tell them to prove it. Don't like. I'm not a rep guy at all. StockX and GOAT, that's my family.
Okay.
I pay resale. It is what it is.
How should
So
he?
you saying battle it out till they can prove it?
Yeah, because some of these people out here can't prove it. They can't prove it unless now if you're in a room with us four, you're dead fucking walking. It is what it is.
Yo.
So I have another question, not for you. How many pairs of these do you own?
Reps?
Yeah.
I have a few, several. I have a lot of shoes, but it's not a consistent thing where I like knowingly go to purchase reps.
Reps.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So in my seat, what happens is if I like a shoe and it's at the store and I can get it at StockX or Go, as you pointed out already, I'll go and get them, assuming that the price doesn't dent my wallet, right?
Got you.
But
I understand.
as far as the reps that I go, me knowing like, okay, yeah, it's really, I'm not gonna go to a resale store and be like, yo, what can you give me for these? I know I'm gonna get laughed out the building.
Right.
But I'll walk through the mall wearing the shoes, and if someone does decide to go get up on my feet to look at them, well then you gotta stand up for the challenge that you're challenging me. Now I'm not saying that's ever happened to me, because I've never been in that situation. But let's say I'm gonna be in a room with known sneakerheads, I'm not gonna wear my reps,
Right.
because I'm gonna dress for the occasion.
So is there a limit? And this is to HBZ. Is there a limit to which shoe or which rep you won't get? And is there any particular reason? Like we brought up to HB, what was it?
The Dior one.
the Chanel.
The Kevin Lamont did.
Hey, I'm sorry, but I work with the insider at Chanel, and I have inside that Air Jordan 1 will be
in the
releasing
ball,
next year from Chanel.
Okay.
But you'll see when they release.
I understand.
So, but like we asked HB about the Dior one and if he would get a rep version of it. I don't remember the answer. I don't remember
said
how
no.
that went.
I look. He said,
Like when we asked him in the office, would he buy the Dior
Right.
one as a rep shoe, and he said no.
He said no.
But you called
you-
cap on that. Jack
did.
called cap on that.
but I mean, if you don't buy reps, you don't have to blend. Like, it's no reason why you should be putting money out there for a pair of shoes and you have to blend.
But on some
Because you
real
buy the
talk,
shoes not to blend.
No, not necessarily.
To stand out.
Some of the shoes that we buy are to stand out.
That's
Yeah.
some.
That's some, because every year, as he said, the 11s get released,
Yeah.
and especially the bread 11s. The bread 11s sell out quick. And then that weekend, how many dudes do you see wearing the bread 11s?
Me personally, when I buy shoes, I let them breathe in their box or plastic box for a while because I'm not about to just throw them on. So but I definitely get what you're saying. I definitely get what you're saying.
Everybody has different tastes because you got people that will throw their shoes on immediately because they call it straight to foot. But some of us like us, we like to sit on our shoes and let everybody wear them first, and then break them out once the hype dies down and everybody's kind of done dogging their shoe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then we'll bring ours out. But I mean, I see where you're coming from.
All right, so we're gonna continue on with the segment that we're filming right now, and we're gonna talk about the shoe that was mentioned in the story. He has the Win Like 96s Jordan 11s. So, what led you to buy that shoe?
It's kind of one of the shoes that like I seen and I was like, yo, I want these. I mean, after certain people point out flaws and stuff like that.
Before we go there, I hate to be this guy. You were saying that you got them because and not that I'm calling you out or anything, but you said that you got them because I want to say it cost too much at the time and they didn't have your size on the resale.
Yeah.
Just to be clear.
Yeah. So they didn't have my size when I looked on Goat and StockX.
It was like $400 or $500 when you did see it.
Yeah, when I did see it, and then it went away.
And then you were like, I'm not paying this resale price. Like, I'm not paying it. And you just forgot about them?
Yeah.
Okay. And then Black came into play.
And was like, I got a shoe plug. And I was like, cool, can I get the Space Jams? He was like, yeah. And then, like, 2 days later, I was like, yo, see if he's got the Win Like 96s also.
Okay.
So he said, yeah, I'll check. Boom. He said, yo, I can get the Win Like 96. I was like, cool.
And then that's when he told you about all the flaws and yada, yada, yada,
Yeah.
yada. So you were like, even though, after we gave him to our shoe aficionado right here,
Yo.
after you hit him up and they were like, yo, or whatever, you were like, pretty much, even though they're reps, I still like them and I want them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and continue from there. I just wanted to set the stage to properly,
Like Dre said, he pointed out all the flaws. I was like, yeah, cool. I'll just rock some jeans over them. I probably wouldn't rock them around y'all.
What kind of jeans again?
Bootcut jeans.
Okay.
And where you from again?
Huh?
Where you from?
Richmond, Virginia.
Hey, say it with pride, brother.
Richmond, Virginia.
That's right. Let people know, man.
So I was like, yeah, cool. I'll buy them. I mean, I haven't worn them yet because, we wanted to shoot them. So.
But you will be wearing them.
Oh, we're going to rock them somewhere.
So let's get personal. How much did you pay for these?
$180. Right?
Retail.
Is that the price that he
That's
said
not
initially?
No,
That's
it's
not
not
even retail.
retail.
They're like $220.
So before we go further into the story, people that may be new in the game, like my boy, certain things you got to look for whenever you are purchasing the shoe is if something is DS or whatever and they're selling it to you for a price that is below retail, that should raise a red flag because at the end of the day, these came out, I forgot the year, but came
Like
out when
2018, I believe.
Yeah, when they were like $220 or whatever.
Yeah.
So, when he mentioned it to me, I was like, well, the price, seems kind of, yeah. So, but at the end of the day, we were like, the jury is out until you get them. So, yeah.
May I point out something that kind of sparked this particular dialogue was that there was a disconnect and a miscommunication
About the price.
about not only the price, but the
He
flaws
told us
in it.
$200 initially. I just want to throw it out there. He told us.
and then I remember showing up to work, and my two buddies right here. What y'all say?
We jumped this man. Bro, he came in the office. I was like, Black, tell me you did not sell this man this
In my
shoe. And then he
defense-
was like, whoa. I didn't sell him to him for that price. So I accused them of what, they accused us guilty until proven innocent, but I apologize. You know what I'm saying? I apologize.
In my defense, when I asked you originally,
It's supposed to be a
you said you
Yeah.
could get them for $200. Now, wasn't these ones specifically?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to put it all on Black because you had your story all over the place. So you had me upset at him because I was like, bro, he really charged you.
Why
And then come to find out.
Why did you change the price?
No, he had the
So-
shoes confused because he wanted the Space Jam.
No. Hold up. Watch this. So somebody lying because watch this. He told you were. Watch this. Because you said he even dropped the price.
Yeah, because that's what I was told.
You said you were there for the price. I'm not saying you're lying.
No.
I'm
I was
saying-
there when Black said if you don't want them, you don't have to buy them. I was there for that.
So what was the original price, Black?
180 for these.
But he
For
told
these.
us 200.
I was
200
still
for the Space
assuming
Jams.
that the Space
Yeah.
Jams and these were going to be the same price.
Somebody said he even dropped the price in
He
the
said
office.
that. He said he dropped the price.
You said
So what were they when he dropped them from?
No, Black never dropped the price.
I never
Harrison
dropped
got the
the price.
same.
you made that up.
Because I got
thought
hold
these
on.
were gonna be the same price.
Because they agreed
Because
on
I-
180,
I'm not asking-
but did he not tell us
Damn,
160
I'm
in the
here to tell you
story?
right now.
Did I tell you
Somebody
160?
said, this
Bro, he
man-
told us 160 at the job.
This man said $200.
Oh, Lord.
Man, come here, bro. This man said $200 at first.
Right.
And there were 3 levels of ways for you to get out before we had this conversation. One was he dropped the price to 160.
Right.
The second one was if you don't want them, you don't have to buy them.
And I was there for that.
Resell 'em.
He said that.
And the third one was the fact that they were reps.
Right.
Oh,
But-
he
but
didn't say he didn't use the verbiage reps, but he said the stitching, the glue, the Jumpman, the logo. He pretty much said everything, but
But they were rap.
so this man had 3 ways. So I'm saying, bro, there had somebody. I'm telling you, them prices were $200 at first, and they dropped down, bro.
The fact of the matter is, I'm just pointing out that the next day when I came into the office, I got attacked.
Because the price dropped. I just want to throw that out.
I got attacked as if I didn't brief this man on anything with the shoe. That I conned him into buying a
Can we
replica.
talk about what a reasonable price is for a rep? Like,
But that's
I would
what
say it would
it's
depend
funny.
on-
It's funny though because you got people that actually pay above resale.
So here he
That's
is
the crazy
buying.
part.
He's buying a rep that's under the retail.
But really, they don't know. They don't.
But at the end of the day, is it the worst that y'all have seen? I wouldn't say it's the worst.
have you got
I
a
wouldn't
chance
say
to
it
like
was the
see
worst.
it, like to fully look over it? Like,
Yeah, I mean,
It's not the worst.
The worst, no. But nowadays, yeah, because like I said,
Knowing the technology and
you
knowing what they are
have-
able to do with other shoes.
But I can't even rag on it like that because small details like this they bother to get it right. Because remember back in the day, like when you were working at Foot Action, the 23 would run together on the fakes. At least this time they took the time out to give it a little space between the 2 and the 3. You see what I'm saying? They gave the time of that.
I mean,
let me see.
I feel you, but what I'm saying is,
Cause see they gave a little space, bro.
Okay.
it's just if you're comparing it to another 11, you know what I'm saying? It's like an identical fake. If you put them side by side, like you can't with the identical fake, you can't really tell the difference between that and a real one. Like these were just made terrible. So like you can clearly look at them and tell. Like some of them, you'll glance at them, you be like, oh, this, you know what I'm saying? This looks real. So,
But that's what I'm saying. If he wears a jean, you would. The only reason why we could tell is that he doesn't have these on his foot.
right.
Like had he came in here today with these on with the jean that'll cover the
Nah,
top.
but my point is, let me see. Like, even if it was, all right,
Because-
because he was wearing them. Let's say he was wearing them with something blase blase covering this, right?
Yeah.
But I'm saying you also have fakes where the carbon fiber is basically real. Like the tongue is not this thin. The shoe it feels just as heavy as a real one. So like, it's just made bad. Is what I'm saying.
But that's because you have the shoe in hand, is what I'm saying, bro. Because we.
But yeah, I
we
understand
have seen
exactly.
Yeah, we
in
have
hand
seen
versus wearing
Just
it.
saying,
Right.
if he had walked in with these,
If he had walked in, we
wouldn't
wouldn't have been able to tell. We'd be like,
notice.
all right, it'd be, you know what I'm saying? Because it's
Right.
it's not really like big amongst our culture because
And an 11, I will say, is another one that's really hard to tell.
yeah. So that's what
You
I'm
know
saying.
what I'm
It's
saying?
like because even with the shoelaces, at least they took time to make the shoelaces at least look like, yo, from afar, I can rock them. I just seen some 11s that had shoelaces in them like his 5s, like or you know what I'm saying? It's just crazy, bro.
Yeah.
So I can't knock them because like I said, some of the small details that they did do was okay.
And I was gonna say, if I had them on my feet, y'all would never see the carbon fiber.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't. You know, unless you went like this. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But that's the only way.
So my question to you is, sir, like if there was a shoe that you would buy a rep of, what would be the next one? Like if you just
It had to be something that's like everyone wears. So like a one, like that ain't like some exclusive colorway. It had to be like, just a typical.
Like maybe the Mocha's one.
So then I have another question for everybody in the panel, you feel me? Because and we got to answer truthfully. Like we can't dance around it. We got this thing in the office where we say moonwalking, where when you say something then you backtrack it, we call that moonwalking. But all right, so since we're on the topics of reps, we each got to pick one shoe that we would buy a rep. Whether it's hypothetically or you're real talking it, what would you buy? And you cannot Soul Train dance with it or electric slide with it or none of that. So I'm gonna start with you, and we just gonna go around on this side. So what if you had one shoe that you had to buy?
The Citrus Sevens.
That's an interesting take. Can I ask why?
You're saying that one shoe has to be a rep?
Yeah, like you
Okay.
can't. You have
It
to
can't
just
be.
pick a shoe.
Okay.
You
It
can't-
can't be real, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's such an old shoe and no one has it anymore. And if they do have it, it's like, it's in the vault.
Bro,
It's tucked away.
you can't say that, bro, because Dev will tell you, I be buying shoes that back in the day, like remember my Ice Blue 10s and I got Pacific 7s. I keep stuff tucked away. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what he was saying.
Nah,
He said
I
if somebody
feel
do
you.
have them, it's in the vault.
So, but I wore my Pacifics not too long ago.
But I mean, you don't bring them out on a regular.
How many
I
times have
don't
you seen
go
someone walk
nowhere,
around
bro.
now with a Citrus 7?
Now, probably.
Yeah, you're not really gonna see it because
Oh,
that's
really?
also a Jordan that's not really like as popular as other.
So
Jordans.
collectively, do we think he would get away with that because no one would really be able to tell?
Yeah, I mean, you got your new cats that wouldn't even know what shoe it was.
Which is crazy.
To be honest with you,
They wouldn't.
You know,
they'd be
was
like, they would call it fake before even knowing what it
that's
is.
what I'm saying.
I didn't know what
Real
the
talk,
shit was.
they'd be like, yo,
You got your
Man, when that colorway come out?
right.
Bro, as soon as
You
I
got
heard
the-
citrus, I was like, I mean,
So the shoe is black with like an orangish,
It's got
yellowish, and
orangish,
red. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's a black 7.
And if I recall, those came out when we were in high school.
They did.
Like 06.
Yeah, I think
If
it
I'm not
was
mistaken.
06. If I
06 or 07, somewhere around there.
And Davon and Doug don't try to play us because we old, but it's all good. Doug wore T-Raw, so he can't play me on that. So
Oh,
you
wow.
say crazy, right? Crazy. But anyways, Doug is still my little bro. I still love you. He tried to fake on me because he got a pair of Zebras when they were on the high. But jokes on him because they came back out a couple times.
Like
but,
4 times.
Yeah. So, but it's cool. So what's your shoe that you would buy? That's a red.
I would say it has to be a Yeezy, probably the 2.
That's crazy, bro. He be taking all of my stuff. Bro. This is- but continue, son. Go ahead, bro.
But I didn't know.
It's cool. We got that
You know
energy,
what I'm
bro.
saying? Good minds think alike. But
We got that energy.
I will say, yeah, probably Yeezy 2. The black and pink joints.
All right,
For sure.
I could deal with that.
If I had to. You know what I'm saying? But I don't condone.
It's cool. But they got the point.
I had to draw a line.
right, right. They got the point.
You know what I'm saying? Because I've had fakes and I don't like it.
So you did. So now we got to open. So what fakes did you have? Because everybody can't be exposing themselves and you on
No, I'm
silent.
saying I'm admitting I've had fakes in the past.
Which
And
ones?
sometimes I didn't know. I had the Dub Zeros I had back in like high school. Or
So you had the
middle school.
SpongeBob.
No, they weren't. The crazy
Yeah,
thing is they was the flea market specials. They
they
was white and blue, but they did not have SpongeBob on them.
All right.
My brother gave me a fake pair of Ice Blue 10s when I was in middle school, and people thought they were actually real. And what else did I have? The moon landings, the Air Max 90s.
But you didn't wear those, bro. You told me about it, and that's when you asked to see mine so you can compare them. So you didn't wear
because
them.
I took them around to enrichment, and then they didn't take
Oh,
them.
they told
And
you.
that's
yeah.
when I found out because I didn't know, but I should have known better because I got them off of eBay. But even though they got better with that, but I did have a fake pair of those, and then I ended up getting the real ones. But what else did I have? Cool Gray 11s.
Which are about to come out this year.
Cool Gray 11s.
Yeah, for
So
this
I am
holiday
going to
season.
get a pair this year.
Yeah, they about to come out this year for this year's rumored this year's holiday shoe. All right, so to conclude this, what shoe would you cop if it was a rep? Black, the stage is all yours. Explain to the people what shoe and why, and yeah, we'll talk about it.
So a shoe, honestly, that I've been trying to look for, and if I found a good enough rep, I'd probably still cop it. Technically it's 2, but it's one thing. Are the OVO 8s or the OVO 10s?
What color though?
The
White or black?
ones, the white ones. It's a clean shoe to me. Something about it is just angelic. I don't know, but
I'm gonna help you with that, bro, because they going for a good price.
they are going for a good
Yeah,
price.
they're going for a good
They're
price.
going for a really good price. So, but if I had the opportunity and my connection said, hey, look, I got a pair of reps that closely resemble the real thing, I think I would go ahead and pull the trigger.
Now that'll be the white for the 8 and the 10, or you do the black for the 8, or
So the white for the 10s, definitely. I'd be okay with white or black for the 8s.
all right.
Yeah.
So for the 10, I think that would be an easy shoe to replicate because it's just the all white. The only problem that it would come down to is if your gold speckles at the sole of the shoe on the 10 would be official. But other than that, I think that you could get away with the 10 more so the 8 because there's
Okay.
more detail in the 8. So do y'all got any closing remarks or any? You know what I'm saying? You want to shout out anybody from your personal businesses or what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? I know you got the gym stuff going on, so if you want people to come see you, what's the gym you be at?
I'm usually at DMV Iron. I really don't care if y'all come see me because I'm still getting mine in.
Yo, this is crazy. Can they at least know the location where it's at?
It's in the DMV clearly.
No, clown. Which part of the DMV is in?
The DMV Iron Gym is in Alexandria, Virginia. It's a meathead gym, so unless you
Pause.
unless you plan on getting it in, don't come through the door.
All right, and then HB, you know, they want to see you about bikes and stuff like that.
Hey, man.
Y'all got Twitters or anything y'all want to let people know real quick before we close?
You can find me on Instagram, King Kratos.
Is there any like underscores or anything?
KXNG.KRVTOS.
BDub_FL.
All right, and you know, Kev, you got anybody you want to shout out?
So shout out to my boy Jason from Atlanta. JSN Ruler, he's releasing a new line in April. The current line just sold out, so be on the lookout for that. Also shout out to my boy Alex in Richmond with insert name. Be on the lookout for his collection to drop as well.
Dev, you got anybody you want to shout out? You know, your bros, they got the clothing line, and T got his.
Yeah, so shout out to my little brother. I believe his Instagram.
Which one, bro? You got two of them.
I was about to get to that.
Oh, my bad. Don't shoot.
The middle one. I believe his Instagram name is 2FlyMatt, if I'm not mistaken.
2FlyMatt.
But yeah, he does the custom shirts. He's doing the custom shirts for my cousin Terrence. He is at what's his ad name? It's I'll put the link in the description, but I want to say it's the Cool Brand or something like that. I'll put a link in the description. But yeah,
the Cool Brand is creating our own lane by T.
Exactly. So I'll put that link in the bio. And shout out to our boy Rod too. We gotta get him on the episode, Mr. Creatures. He's doing his thing with his custom Air Force One. So y'all need to go to support.
Yeah, thank you for the pair that I got for my birthday, bro. Appreciate you. Also, we want to give a round of applause to the producer. You know, he's in the middle. You know, he does all the editing, the cutting. He does all the hard work.
Yeah.
You know, really the hard work. He's the man behind the lens. We appreciate him for stepping up today. You know, that's my brother. He shows me a lot in life, how to be a father and how to navigate through this military life. But that's my boy, and I appreciate him. Thank you for stepping on the other side. He got on Tommy Hilfiger today, which is crazy.
That's wild.
He should have a polo. Right. but it's cool.
All right.
And he got on Adidas, which is also crazy.
All
the
right.
only one on the he wanted to be different, but
right.
he on this side. I'm gonna let him have his closing. You know?
Hey man, that jacket clean.
Pessimology Podcast on all streaming platforms. A bit.
Go ahead. No, tell him it's on Apple. Tell them how to spell it and all of that, bro.
All streaming platforms. Find me, Pessimologist.
Listen to it. It has a lot of truth to it. It's on the uprise. And he's also on Clubhouse. Tell him about the Clubhouse. So you think about the Clubhouse, bro?
Yeah, but Clubhouse is an invite only if you're not there. It's kind of weird, but
yeah, I understand. But a lot of people's on Clubhouse. And to conclude, shout out to everybody that supports us. Shout out to my cousin Dre that's in Vegas. Appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Papa Do's. It's the upcoming DMV brand. One of my closest friends. She and her mans does it, and they're coming out with hoodies and things of that nature. We'll have one on the show. But again, we want to say a special thanks to everybody that tunes in, the people that ask us about, you know, when's the next episode coming on, and continue to have dialogue. What is it? We got on IG and the Twitter page is coming soon and all of that. So
yes.
And when we close, we just want to say everybody.
Shout out to my youngest brother too, Michael. You know, he's hooping. He should be going D1.
I beat him in a race.
He's my height and he's 13. So, well, he actually might be taller than me now. And they also did, FYI, side note, they're trying to have a 5-on-5 tournament. The youngins versus the old heads when it gets warm.
So, we're gonna bake the boots off of